How many times a day do you feed your dog? If you said twice a day, you might be thinking, yep, I'm doing it right. But what if I told you? You might actually be getting it wrong. I know, it sounds backwards. We picture a happy dog eating 2 hearty meals, wagging its tail, and think that's peak health. But here's the truth. The number of meals isn't the same for every dog, and if you're not tailoring it to their age, breed, and health, you could be putting them at risk without even knowing it. From tiny newborn pups to wise senior dogs, we're going to break down the real feeding schedule your dog needs. And trust me, some of these might surprise you. What you're about to learn could completely change how you care for your furry best friend. Newborn to 2 months. Here's a hard truth. If your puppy is under 8 weeks old, you should not be feeding them dog food yet. Sounds extreme, right? But in those first 2 months, their digestive system is fragile, almost like wet tissue paper. Mother's milk isn't just food, it's a medicine cabinet. It delivers antibodies that protect against disease. And early solid food can mess with their immune system, trigger diarrhea, and even cause long-term digestive issues. And let's not forget the emotional side. Separating a puppy from its mother too soon can lead to lifelong behavioral problems. That cute idea of bringing a tiny puppy home early, it can do more harm than good. If you've ever adopted a puppy younger than 8 weeks, how did they behave? I'd love to hear your story. It could help other dog lovers avoid the same mistake. 2 to 3 months. Between 2 and 3 months, your puppy is like a little eating machine, but with a stomach the size of a golf ball. This is when many owners switch to solid food and make their first big mistake, feeding only 2 or 3 times a day. That's like giving a newborn baby 2 giant meals and calling it good. Their tiny body can't handle it. At this stage, puppies need 4 to 5 small meals a day to keep their energy steady and prevent hypoglycemia, a dangerous drop in blood sugar that can cause trembling, vomiting, seizures, or even collapse. I once saw a 9-week-old poodle collapse simply because its owner forgot a meal. Thankfully, it survived. But it was a close call. Setting phone reminders, alarms, or even sticky notes on the fridge can literally save your puppy's life. 3 to 6 months. By 3 months old, your puppy's digestion is stronger and they can start handling fewer meals. But here's the secret. You have to cut back slowly. Going from 5 meals to 3 all at once can cause bloating, appetite loss, or digestive trouble. The goal here is 3 evenly spaced meals. Morning, midday, and evening, so they're never too full or too hungry. Few people realize this, but consistent mealtimes also help regulate your puppy's hormones, which directly affects their mood. A good schedule means a calmer, happier dog. 6 months to 1 year. At around 6 months, your dog's growth rate slows down. This is when you can make the switch to 2 meals a day like most adult dogs, but do it the wrong way, and you could create serious problems. The key is portion size and timing. If you feed both meals late at night, you're asking for trouble. Instead, give them a light breakfast and a full dinner. This keeps their energy and mood stable. Skipping or randomly changing meal times. That spikes stress hormones like cortisol, which can make your dog anxious or hyperactive. Dogs thrive on routine, so treat meal times like important appointments you can't miss. Quick question. How many times a day do you feed your dog right now? Be honest. Drop your answer in the comments, and let's see how many people might need to adjust their routine after watching this. Adult dogs, 1 meal or 2. Here's the big debate. Is 1 meal a day enough for an adult dog? The answer, it depends on the dog. If you have a deep-chested breed like a Golden Retriever, Rottweiler, or Great Dane, never feed just 1 big meal. Doing so increases the risk of bloat or gastric torsion, a dangerous condition that can kill within hours if not treated. According to the AKC, splitting food into 2 smaller meals improves digestion, regulates insulin, and helps with weight control. Your dog may try to guilt you into extra snacks with those big, sad eyes, but consistency is more loving than giving in. Senior dogs. Older dogs have slower digestion, and many deal with kidney problems, arthritis, or even dementia. In this stage, breaking their food into 3 or 4 smaller meals a day can make a world of difference. A veterinary study found that senior dogs fed smaller, more frequent meals lived longer and were less stressed. Routines are especially important here. They create a sense of security that helps older dogs stay relaxed and happy. If your senior dog is eating less, moving slower, or avoiding activity, don't just write it off as old age. Reevaluate how and when you're feeding them. Pro tip: slow down that eating. Does your dog inhale their food like it's the 100-meter dash? You turn your back for 2 seconds, and the bowl is already spotless. While it might be funny the first time you see it, gulping down food can actually cause some serious issues, from choking to vomiting, and even dangerous bloating in certain breeds. Fast eating isn't just random bad manners. It's often a leftover instinct from their wild ancestors. Back then, food was scarce, and eating quickly meant you had a better chance of survival. For some dogs, that instinct is still hardwired. But here's the good news: you can train them to slow down. Slow feeder bowls with ridges and patterns make them work a little harder for each bite. Puzzle toys turn mealtime into a game, stimulating their brain while filling their belly. You can even scatter their kibble on a clean floor or hide it in a towel, so they have to hunt for it. I once worked with a Labrador who would finish his food in under 10 seconds flat. His owner started using a slow feeder, and at first, he looked at it like it was a cruel joke. But within a week, he got the hang of it. And here's the surprise: his overall behavior improved. He was calmer, less anxious, and even slept better. A behavior journal study backs this up. Dogs given food puzzles or slow feeders showed significantly less anxiety within just 2 weeks. Why? Because eating slowly isn't just about digestion. It satisfies their mental need to work for their food, which can reduce boredom, frustration, and even destructive chewing. So the next time you watch your dog inhale dinner like they're in a competition, remember, a few simple changes can turn mealtime from a stressful sprint into a joyful daily ritual. And there you have it, the ideal feeding schedule for your dog at every stage of life, plus some tricks to make mealtimes healthier and more enjoyable. But here's the thing: there's no universal perfect plan. Your dog is unique. Their needs change with their age, their health, and even their personality. What works for a 6-month-old border collie won't necessarily work for a 10-year-old dachshund. If there's one golden rule to remember, it's this: pay attention to your dog's body and behavior. Are they leaving food behind, begging constantly, seeming low energy, or moody? Those could all be signs that it's time to tweak their feeding schedule. Feeding your dog isn't just about tossing kibble into a bowl. It's about providing the right food, at the right time, in the right way, because that's what keeps them healthy, balanced, and happy. And when you get it right, you're not just filling their stomach, you're strengthening your bond in ways food alone can't measure. So now I want to hear from you. How many meals a day is your dog eating right now? And after watching this, are you thinking about changing it? Drop your answer in the comments. I read every single one, and your story might just help another dog owner give their pup a better, healthier life.